you've prepared a fantastic speech, here's how you want to prepare for your delivery. This is the easy part now. So once you've got a really good speech, this part gets really easy. So to deliver your speech, start with an overview of what you're going to be covering. If you created a slide with your title and your key bullet points, you can really just quickly read them. You can just pretty much read them word for word or paraphrase them. You can say something like, hey, my topic is, and then read your topic. And the 3 or 4 or 5 things I'm going to be covering are bullet point number 1, number 2, number 3, right? Really, really easy. That's an easy overview. And it only takes a few seconds, and it gives your audience a really, really good idea of what you're going to cover. They'll know exactly what you're going to be covering in this presentation if you kind of do that. Then once you've given them the overview, you go back to each one of the bullet points one at a time, reread the bullet point one more time, and then tell your story, your example, whatever concept that you're doing to reinforce that bullet point, and then move on to the next bullet point and do the same thing, and then move on to the next bullet point and do the same thing. And then after you've given your last bullet point and your last story or example, then you just quickly recap the main points one more time. You're basically just reading it one more time to them. So the process is really, really, really easy. And when you use this process, you will absolutely sound like an expert. It is one of those things that it's one of those simple processes that when you get really, really good at it, your audience will absolutely love you as a presenter just because it's so clean, it's easy, it's professional, and it doesn't waste any time of the audience. And so they're going to appreciate you as well. Another good thing that you can do, by the way, to prepare for the presentation is to practice once, maybe twice with a real person. When you practice alone, it's it can be bad because when you practice by yourself, you aren't really getting any visual feedback to let you know if you're doing well. However, if you practice with a friend or a coworker, significant other, when you say something that the person understands, then he or she will slightly nod. And when you see this, you know that you're communicating well. And if you see a confused look on the face of the person, you'll be able to adjust your delivery and really clarify the point that you're making. So without that feedback, you may get really good at your delivery, but you might be delivering a presentation that is confusing to the audience. So you're getting really good at a confusing presentation. With that being said, though, be careful not to over practice. Spontaneity will make your presentation much more interesting. It's going to make it more fun for the audience. And so don't lose that by over practicing, but you do want to practice once or twice with a person. You'll get really good effectiveness.